Hey guys, just want to give you another quick tour of my backyard. Roses are all in full bloom. This is Pretty Lady. This is probably by far one of the most pungent smells. Smelling roses, very, very sweet smell we have here. And then we have the ketchup and mustard. This is a shrub, so if you guys wanted to get a shrubbery rose for your backyard or garden, this is a good rose. This is a hardy rose. This is about a 3-year-old rose. Right here, I shaped it last year into a shrub, and it really is going to give a show. You can see almost all the buds. This is all budded out, and also thriving with some brand new. Some brand new flowers that are spitting out. So this is a beautiful rose if you want to do something. Next to it right here we have the Double Delight. This is one of my favorite roses. I am loving the double coloration of roses. I have a bunch of them in my backyard here. This is just one of them. You have just a stunning array of different flowers patterns on the same plant. You have dark, you have light, you have different colors. This one's even a multicolor, even more with that. So a great addition to any scapes. You can trim this one up. I let this one grow a little bit more. I thought I lost it, so I've been kind of nursing it. Haven't really trimmed it back too much. But this year it really started going good, and the flowers are very, very big. This right here is the Firefighter Rose. This actually is a Weeks rose that I got about 2 years ago. They put 10% of every sales they have into a firefighter fund, which is awesome. The blooms are pretty good. I am finding some black spot on this one. That's why the blooms aren't as beautiful as I want them to be. But again, very pungent smell on this one. This is the most pungent rose I have in my backyard right here. But I got rid of the black spots with some plant food that I use, and it's just thriving. This right here is Love Song. Love Song hasn't bloomed this year. It is getting ready to. Love Song just exploded with foliage this year and everything. This right here is Neil Diamond. You've probably seen a couple pictures of the white flowers I got out of Neil Diamond with the white and red. Again, this is getting ready to explode with different colors through here. And if you guys don't think that winter pruning is a good idea, I didn't think of it until this last year. I pruned these things down a lot, and they just absolutely exploded with better foliage and different things. This one here is Perfect Moment. This is another one of the double colors that you get right in here. Again, it's exploded. This is a 1-year-old plant. This is one of my tree roses. This is called Cha-Ching, and it's absolutely just gorgeous. It does do a double. It has most of the time a double head on it. So, but it's absolutely just a gorgeous yellow. Just kind of brightens up the lawn, the package back here. This is a tribute rose. It is a purple rose that we got as a tribute, and it's called Twilight Zone, and it absolutely throws out these dark purple flowers, but they are small, but they are just everywhere. This year it bloomed a lot, so that one's another good tree rose to kind of liven up a different color in your color palette in your backyard. This right here, I got a couple of flowers off this one. This is my new Coco Loco. This is actually a brand new rose I planted this year. It's already flowered 3 times. I've cut the flowers off a couple times early so that the plant can use itself to grow a little bit more. So with that, this was a Neptune tree rose. It got lost last year in the storm. Here, this is Peace. This is another one I've cut back a lot, and it's come back with a vengeance. Peace is a World War II rose that has some really good history. So if you want some good history on roses, go look up the Peace Rose and what happened with World War II in that rose. Again, another multicolored rose species. This right here is a very unique rose. This is called Blue Girl. This has a very unique bluish color of the petals on it, and it's just awesome. I just love the old antique blue that it gives you, and it's another unique rose that just kind of livens up the scape a little bit of your landscape. This is the original rose I planted 5 years ago. This is what got me started into rose growing and becoming a rosarian, as I call them. Good with roses. This is called First Prize Rose. This survived a lot. This survived a fire in our house, no water for 11 months. unless me just coming by and hand watering with buckets, and it's just absolutely survived, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it's buried, but the cane on this thing is huge. I actually saw it off when I was cutting this thing back because I lost part of it in the storm last year. But this thing is absolutely just gorgeous. These flowers are long lasting, and they're absolutely just huge. This is only halfway open. These buds are just absolutely just stunning. That's why it's called First Prize Rose. Like the buds are just, the flowers, they somewhat keep their faded shapes, but they will do good in any kind of thing. This right here is called Ginger Snap. This is another bush rose that I'm cutting into a bush this year. I'm going to trim around, and they're absolutely going to thrive. Just different colors, and you get 3 different kinds of colors that you get from these roses. You get a bright, a mid, and a fade, which this is all 3 right now. This is Marilyn Monroe. This is the biggest rose I have. I didn't want to cut it back because it's very, very thorny. So I have to get some rose gloves to cut this one back. But this has really unique flowers on it. And yeah, this is another one that has not budded this year, or has not flowered this year. This is stainless steel. This right here has a bright white center with a lavender, or with a pink lavender hue to the outside petals. It's very unique and very good. And this one I cut back a lot too as well, and it definitely is thriving. I can't wait for it to open up. And open over here we have our Sodona. This is going to be a bright flower. I flowered once, not too bright flowers, but again, this is a brand new plant I planted this year. Then over to Over the Moon. This is a very unique apricot kind of cream color leaves to it. Just one color, and just absolutely gorgeous. It opens up with these 40 plus petals, and this one's almost done with blooming and still holding onto the plant really, really good. So with that, back here, this is my Gentle Giant, and it's got one little flower on it. This is the flower area back here. It's got these huge blooms on it. Last year it bloomed really big, but this year it's a little bit slow starter. I did cut this one back a little bit too, but it definitely is a little slow starter. But these things are going to be huge with their roses. And then last but not least, another Coco Loco. This is a brand new. This one hasn't budded yet, but it's got little tiny growth buds, and I can't wait for it to go. So this is the backyard area that I made into a rose oasis. So if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me. I'm not much of a rose expert, but I know enough to keep these things thriving and growing and learning more and more each day. Thanks for watching.